Good morning. Abstinence, experience, strength, and hope from members of Overeaters Anonymous. This one's titled Worthwhile Struggle. For me, the disease of compulsive overeating began with graze eating and occasional bingings. Over the years, it progressed to daily binges, midnight raids of the refrigerator, and all the humiliating behaviors that came with trying to satisfy my craving for more. Taking food back out of the trash can, gorging myself at salad bars, banquets, and potlucks, and eating with two hands, wishing I had a third. But of course, more was never enough. The evening that I made an unconditional surrender to abstinence and to a higher power, I'd felt anything but faith. I was full of food, full of fear, and had only the tiniest hope that I could live free of excess food and correct the unmanageable life that my compulsive overeating had created. During my binging days, there were times I could not shut the pantry or refrigerator door for fear of being separated from food. The thought of going from breakfast to lunch, lunch to dinner, and dinner to bedtime without eating in between seemed overwhelming. Yet I knew I couldn't go on eating and living under the lashes of this progressive and fatal disease. I adopted a 3 meal a day abstinence, staying away from second helpings, snacks, and binge foods. I asked God to help me keep this commitment under all conditions. I began the withdrawal process that taxed my body, mind, and emotions beyond anything I had ever experienced. It is painfully clear to me why I returned to the disease of compulsive overeating seems an attractive alternative to enduring the initial withdrawal symptoms. Newly abstinent, I recall crying when I'd finished my meals. I wanted more. I watched normal people eat desserts with impunity. Why couldn't I? And many nights I lay awake, food calling to me. Sometimes when the craving to eat was very strong, I'd take a shower, take a walk, or make a phone call. I knew the only way out of this disease for me was to avoid the first bite with God's help. I was, and still am, willing to go to any length to recover. I often had to turn down the volume on the mental voice that said it was okay to have just a little food. I learned to reprogram my thinking through OA, both the literature and meetings. My emotions during that time were strong and varied. Dealing with relationships, work, and daily living became a minute by minute challenge. Why did I endure that anguish when I knew that food could temporarily straighten out my thoughts, feelings, and physical discomfort? Because I wanted to be mentally free, emotionally alive, and physically healthy. I had to believe that these withdrawal symptoms would not last. Hope and faith, if only a little, were my guiding lights. It's been more than 6 years since I made my commitment to abstinence. God saw me through the food withdrawals, gave me the power to avoid my first bite, and led me into a richly rewarding new life. It has been, it hasn't been a pain-free journey, yet the freedom I feel has been worth every effort. I could not then, nor can I now, make this journey alone. I need each and every one of you to walk with me. This is a member from Corona Del Mar, California. Yeah, I had some challenges yesterday. It was my birthday, and like the idea of a birthday cake didn't dawn on me. I had breakfast with my two siblings, and and I had a normal breakfast meal. Perfect. Came home and ate a normal, quick, simple lunch. Packed my dinner food for work, so I was good to go. But at work, like towards the end of my shift, I saw a couple of birthday cakes go by, and I was like, "Yeah, it's my birthday. I can get a cake." And I won't eat the whole thing, but I deserve a slice of cake. It's my birthday. That's okay, right? We can do that on birthdays. Birthday's a free day, right? And it spun in my head a little bit, but just a little bit. And eventually I'm like, so what? And I just let it go. It and again, what I'm hearing in here is that it's the literature, it's the surrender to a higher power, and it's the higher power that ultimately takes that thought away and gives me freedom from actually going through the steps to fulfilling that insane thought, that death thought that, I mean, that is pure disease that wants me dead, wants me to get sugared up and and rehooked, right? Yeah, it's so easy to slip back in there, but gratefully I did not. And there was like a single bag of uh, dessert, cakey things in the break room, and I had to face that a couple of times by myself, and that's a danger zone, is when I'm surrounded by food and I'm by myself, then I indulge because nobody's watching, and I can convince myself to sneak a little. And there was one point where like I looked at it a couple times and I'm like, yeah, whatever, leave me alone, leave me alone. And then I entertained it a little bit, and I went over to like look at the bag and read its ingredients, or find out what it really is, and I'm like, get away from this thing. Why even just walk away, get away from it, because the greatest solution for me is out of sight, out of mind. um, and that's why I currently don't have any of those hardcore bingy, desserty, high sugary, crappy death food in my house, and I'm not preparing it to take into work. And my biggest challenge is that I walk through a bakery 4 or 5 times a day, and I see so much death food going out the door, man, basket after basket after basket, and I see so many people that are on death's door, totally incapacitated, having to, you know, forego being able to walk through the warehouse. They literally have to ride the little electric amigos because they're too big to walk. Morbidly obese, and not in a judgment way. It's just so, my heart sinks when the disease is so apparently succeeding in destroying that life and everybody in that family. I mean, seeing families come in that are just all completely morbidly obese, from young adolescents, children, big parents, big siblings, and all the degradation that goes along with it. You know, it's just so humbling. And I'm just grateful that just for today, I have the motivation to do what it takes to get another abstinent day. I am willing to do the readings, to do the prayer, to do the meditation, to do a food plan, to do the food prep. And I am committed to a simple, like the abstinence that's described in this story, simple, 3 moderate meals a day without anything in between. No snacking, no extra bites, no second helpings. Just eat the food that I need. And eventually I will start wanting what I need, so much so that the thoughts of extra just don't happen. And that's such a comfort, you know. And the amount of, food thinking that I had yesterday wasn't debilitating, and, you know, could handle it by turning it over and reconnecting. But anyways, it was a great day. It was a great birthday. That time with my siblings was really sweet. And, I've still yet to look at the Facebook. I'm sure there's some stuff on there. I just don't look at Facebook every day. So why should I, spend the whole day looking for people to go, hi, happy birthday. But whatever. Anyways, yabber, yabber, yabber. Um, Today I am looking at another beautiful, just total whiteout, gorgeous, tons of snow day. Um, and just super grateful that Miss Wink is here. I'll show you Miss Wink. Hey, Miss Wink. She's my meditation buddy. And, most important thing is that if you got a moment, if you've watched any of this and you can share uh, how your day is going and how you plan on creating your abstinence for the day, I'd love to hear that in the comments. Have a great day. Bye.